live. We got one person in the room, Shout out, peace and love to everybody out there. And we are the Unapologetic Nomads. I am Mickey. And we have a special somebody in the room too with me. The one, the only, the talented, the beautiful Miss Ayla, the artist, is in the building. How are you today?
Hello, I'm Ayla, and I'm good.
All right. And we are in the beautiful city of Abu Dhabi. I'm trying to give you a little view of what we are, where we are. Okay, right now we are on Yaz Island, and we have special guests in the building with us today. Some very, very, very close friends, and they're here visiting. And we're gonna get a chance to talk to them and see what they think of Abu Dhabi since they've been here, and also they actually relocated to the continent. We're gonna talk about that a little bit too. So I want to introduce this beautiful family of talented individuals, and they're all the way from the U.S., California, and they are the Martins. How are you, family? Yes, and shout out to everybody who is tuning in. We have the Martins with us today, and I'm so glad we caught up with them. We had some fun yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Come on in, family. We got to bring it in because it's camera, and try to get everybody in on one shot. It's a little hard, but we gonna make it work. Okay. All right. Yes, thank you guys for just coming out. We had a great time yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're here, and we got some questions for them. And like I said, they're all the way from California in the U.S. So family, tell us first. I want to introduce you first. We go through and tell everybody's names, and then I want somebody to tell us what made you, or where you are now on the continent, and what made you relocate.
All right.
I'm Merida.
Merida, all right.
I'm Stacy.
I'm Mallory.
And I'm Devin.
All right, awesome. All right. We have Miss Stacy, Mr. Devin, Mallory, and Merida. Yes. All right. So beautiful family, and so thank you, family, for sharing your time with us while you're here. And definitely. So you're from what part of California?
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles.
Specifically Carson.
Carson, all
Yes.
right, LA, they're from LA. Somebody give us a thumbs up, let us know if the sound is good, if you can hear me, everybody, if you can hear what we're saying. We just want to make sure the feed and the sound is good. Are we clear? Just give us a thumbs up, whoever's in the room. Okay, shout out to Malachi Muhammad and Londa Teef in the room. Shout out to my beeps, all right. Okay, so you're from Cali. So you recently relocated to the continent of Africa. And can you tell us where you are right now? Where are you?
We're in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
All right, Dar es Salaam. And how long have you been there?
We came in.
6 months.
6 months. Oh wow, you've been there 6 months. Dar es Salaam. We were there before, definitely. So how are you liking things? How do you like that?
Everything's really natural.
Oh, all right.
Really beautiful.
It's beautiful, natural. I love it. Okay, how about you, young lady?
I can't say I like this in particular, but there's fruit everywhere. There's
Wow.
goats all the time. And the ways of transportation are different and more interesting. Life is just more interesting there.
Okay, you like the transportation. So,
Bajajis are my favorite.
which one?
Bajajis.
Bajajis, mine too. I love Bajajis. They're so convenient and they're so inexpensive. I love it. Traveling like that. And so, and the parents, can you tell me something? What is your favorite thing about Tanzania or Dar so far? What do you like?
I like that you have the city portion, so
Okay.
you can be in the concrete, be in the buildings. And
All right. You like the city?
I
All
like
right,
the city. But we prefer to live out, so we live kind of way out. And I love looking out of the balcony and seeing goats and seeing cows pass by at any given time, and seeing the kids run and play in the field, and like the fruit. We can just jump in a bajaji, go grab a bag full of fruit, spend a few bucks. It's all organic, and it's as much as we can eat. So we love that.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
more importantly are the people. I find the people have the best hearts. They are the kindest people. They are the most helpful people.
Awesome. And how about you, sir? Brother
I
Devin,
just
what do you like
the
about
chill,
Dar?
like, you know, like the pole.
Pole pole.
Everything is real chill.
Yes.
Yeah, relaxing.
Relaxing. All right. All right. And so, how did you find settling in Dar? And they're in Tanzania. For those who are just tuning in, they've relocated from California to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And so, what were maybe a few pros and cons to getting settled in Dar, if you will?
Wanna go? Or-
You want to go? Me? Okay. I would say one of the pros is the people. We actually knew people there.
Oh.
You guys had given us a plethora of information about Dar and the continent, and that was so very helpful because you guys will spend so much time and be so specific. And always, what did you always say? Visit. And so we took that
Keyword.
advice and we visited. We visited in 2021, and we stayed for 6 weeks, or 5 weeks, and then we knew we were ready to move there. So I would say the pro are there. We have another family that we homeschooled with when we were in California, and they moved out there. So our friends have best friends out there. We have very, very close friends out there.
Nice.
I'll say, I'll do the cons. I think the interesting thing about the cons are the fact that we visited before. We kind of
Nice.
was used to the cons. It's just different. It's just like coming from Los Angeles, you know, everything is pretty convenient. So here things aren't. But it was easy to kind of adjust because we came on a visit. And so by the time we came to actually live here, we kind of was ready for those things that may be a little bit uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay.
I have a con.
You have a con. All right.
Well, one of the cons, in my opinion, might have been something to do with the transportation. It was kind of hard trying to get around when we first got there because we had to wait for the Uber and the boat.
Oh.
From where we lived.
Yeah. That's
No.
not even
You talking about the first time we
Yeah,
visited?
the first time we visited.
Oh yeah, she was a little
Okay.
scared because the motorcycles would run up on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
And she
So
was at
different.
that time only 8. And so she's
Oh.
like, I was like, no one's laid out. We'll be fine. And she's like, look, I'm from the city. I am not used to these motorcycles running up on the sidewalk alongside me.
Yeah.
So she didn't like that initially. But I don't know. You just adapt. You know, if you're where you want to be, you adapt. I think the biggest complaint people have is that it's not America. But you know, America's very American. So
Right.
be in America, But if you're going to leave, you have to open your mind.
Right.
You know, you have to expand yourself, and then you can see all the blessings and all the joy and all of the benefits in being someplace else.
Nice.
So if you don't hold a standard, that's almost impossible to hold
Right.
for a place, and you just open your mind and your heart, man, you can just have a really great time. We're just having a really great time.
Oh,
And we're finding our way, and every week we learn something new and we meet more people. But that's just what we're putting out there, right? That's where we're vibrating right now. So
Yes.
put that energy out there, and then it comes back to you.
Comes back.
And so we are learning, even for the kids, events for the kids.
Yes.
There's just so much to do in Dar.
Yes. Definitely. All right. And speaking of that, so how are you liking the weather? How you like the weather? I know the weatherman's not with us. And I want to shout out my wonderful, amazing husband, King Nomad. He is not with us right now. He's over in Rwanda doing great things, and he'll be back with us soon. So shout out to you, my love. But I want to ask you guys, how do you like the weather in Dar? Yes. How do you like the weather?
Yes, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
The weather, when it's sunny, it's very, very nice. It's not nearly as hot as we thought it was going to be, but it's a little sticky because it's kind of humid. But on a regular day, it will be pretty nice. So when it comes to rainy season, where we live, it's dark. So when it rains, the roads, they disappear.
Oh, the roads disappear when it rains.
Yeah.
They get muddy.
Okay,
Really
okay.
funny.
All right.
Cars get stuck and
So-
drivers get mad.
Oh, okay, so you guys kind of out in the countryside, in the,
Yes.
village area.
Yes.
Okay, how do you like that?
Yeah. We're still city. We're not in a village, but it's just further out than like Bezzy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not in Bezzy. It's just past where it's a lot of cities. So, you know, you go through our little area and you hit the pavement. You know, it's, I can't even remember the road. What is it? Wazo Hill? Wazo Road.
Okay.
So it's very close to everything.
Oh.
But I told you I wanted to wake up and see goats and cows.
I love it.
You know,
I
I
love
need
it.
chickens running
I
around.
got you.
I need
Yes.
that freedom.
Country girl.
Yeah. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. But
Awesome.
again, you learn to adapt. So we're like, okay, check the weather. Is it going to rain? Okay, we're going to go into town. We're going to go shopping. We're going to shop for 4 days. And then we're going to hole up.
All right.
So,
And so, I want to ask the young ladies a question. What fun things have you been doing in Dar? Have you found anything interesting to do? Anything fun?
Yes, because our mommy is awesome. She finds us something new like at least twice a week. We just haven't been able to do things because of sickness and pain. So when we get back, we have stuff to do. We have found a place called Boba Bay. Very delicious.
Bubble Bay?
Boba Bay.
Boba Bay. Oh.
Yes. We found another ice cream place. It has sauce of ice cream. You guys should start talking about
There
it.
was this delicious sushi place.
Oh, Slipway.
Slipway, yeah, they have
Yes.
sushi.
But not only Subway, but remember the Cape Town Fish Market?
Cape Town Fish
Yes,
Market.
we've been there. It's awesome.
Yeah,
this
it's
place is
right on
awesome.
the
By the
water.
water.
Yes.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Beautiful.
Then we found like painting activities
Happening
and
place.
the happening
Wildflower
place.
Cafe.
Yeah.
Wildflower Cafe. Like there's so many things. And the Wildflower Cafe will have arts and crafts. And then we found out like one of the schools, it's an international school or a private school. I don't know, but they offer things for anyone, for the public. And so they can, because my kids are artists and they love arts and they love anything arts and crafts. So we found that there's a lot of stuff like that in the Micochaney, Lasaki, in the area, which is not really close to us, but again, it makes it an event, right?
Yeah.
You get ready to go into town, and then there's a lot of stuff to do.
All right, so much to do. And you have any questions for them? Miss Ayla? So I know you're here visiting Abu Dhabi. All right, of all places, you're visiting Abu Dhabi. You let us know we were coming. So tell us what made you, first let me back up. What made you first relocate? Did you answer that already? Relocate from Cali to all the way to another continent, to Africa. What made you relocate?
We homeschool, and he works from home and runs his own business. And we've always been independent. And we wanted our kids to be global citizens. And we wanted an opportunity for our kids to travel and, I don't know, live in a place with people who look like them. That was really important. And have our kids speak multiple languages and have different experiences. Because LA is great. LA is fun. It is a hoot and a holler. There's so much to do. But the cost of living is crazy. The homelessness is depressing. It's sad. It's just things like anywhere that needs to be fixed. They need to be modified. They need to work on those things. And growing up in this for our whole lives, I lived in Michigan like 3 years when I was younger, but I was an adult. Like I worked in Michigan for 3 years. It was very interesting to be able to see something different.
Wow.
And I wanted my kids. And what I found is that kids who travel move through the world differently. Kids who travel are able to, I don't know, make friends and see things. Like when Ayla and Mallory met. First time, I think it was 3 hours,
Yeah.
drawing away.
Yes.
Now they haven't seen each other in 2.5 years. And it was like color purple. Me and you must never part.
Oh my goodness, yeah, right?
And I think that has to do with kids that travel and go out into the world and they are able to appreciate
Yes.
things. And I didn't want my kids to take anything for granted, and I didn't want them to be limited.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
and then this dude.
Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I just
The
think just opportunities. So when we started looking at, the opportunity or the possibility, like I said, we did pros and cons,
Yeah.
and we got to the point to where it was more pros to go, and whatever we didn't know, we figured, we'll try it. If it didn't work, we can go back. But I kind of felt like if we didn't do it, we would regret it.
And that's kind of big because you used to work for pretty big companies and what you do. Can you explain to the viewers what you do? I mean, he's brilliant. I mean, this whole family is just brilliant.
Well, I'm a digital modeler. toy designer and
Toy designer.
Toy
all right.
designer.
Nice.
And I work in 3D programs. And
Awesome.
so it was a lot of opportunities here in Africa. As a matter of fact, I was just in Rwanda doing a live with
Yes, my
with your husband.
Yes.
So people might recognize that. So
Yes.
so I've been just taking advantage of those things. So I have some other opportunities in Dar es Salaam, also teaching.
All right.
Yeah, and actually other night, we met a lady from Kenya at the Apple store who's an artist, and she was telling me about another organization that's similar to some of the organizations I'm working with. So I got a couple of names to call
All right.
to do some training too.
Awesome. All right. That's good stuff, man.
So-
Technology is definitely where it is
Yeah.
at. I'm sorry. Worldwide now.
And it connects everyone. It's just a great way because he has friends in LA, and the people in LA have worked with the people in Rwanda.
Wow.
And they've done some stuff with the people in, and shout out to Nafasi Art Space
All right.
in
Dar es Salaam.
Dar es Salaam. Yes,
Wow,
they're
awesome.
one of the organizations that he's working with.
So you already
And
connected. like-
they're so talented.
Nice.
Those kids are amazingly
Wow.
talented.
Oh my goodness.
And to be able to connect and have our kids have mentors that are wonderful artists, and you become a mentor to those kids, it's like the circle of life.
Wow.
Art edition.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And like taking what you're great at and using that to help to encourage and to spark, something in other people. That's beautiful, And your two young lovely ladies here, they also do some amazing things with art. Can you tell us what you do? Animation. Nice.
What's your Instagram? Out.
At Lil M Production.
At Lil M. Okay, we're gonna put their social media contacts in there. So that's just amazing. And how old are you?
I'm 10.
You're 10 and you do animation. Is that digital animation?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do stop motion and digital.
Woo! Wow. Brilliant. That's something. At 10, and this is what she's doing. And you, young lady, are you doing the same?
No, I have a company, People Pops. I don't have any with me because
All right.
We're traveling. It's
Yeah.
a real vacation.
It's a
Yeah.
vacation, so.
interchangeable little popsicle people where you can swap out the hairs, the outfits, and I'm an artist.
She is an artist. Excellent. That's why I guess she and Ayla gelled so easily. These two artists here. So she designs almost like her dad. She's designing toys, People Pops, and I think they're so cute, so amazing.
Thank you.
And yes, definitely, we're gonna put their social media.
I have 2 tags,
Uh-huh.
one for personal work and then one for business work. People Pops Land and People Pops Land and Mal Martin CDA.
Wow.
And what does CDA stand for?
Create, Design, Art.
Create, design, art. I love it. I love it. We're definitely gonna put their social media in the description when we finish. But awesome. I mean, they're talented. Just talent everywhere, right? That's awesome. So, and congratulations on the move. And we wish you the best in all of your endeavors
And we
as
wanna
a family.
Thank you guys. Thank
Aw.
you. Because I'm telling you, Abu Dhabi was not on the radar.
Oh wow.
And I mean, I hate to sound like we're just following y'all around the world. But the things that you said about it. And then seeing the black people that are here.
Thank you.
Oh
People
my
don't believe
gosh,
me.
No, it's a lot, and they're happy.
Yes.
We made friends with so many people. We actually saw some black people from Minnesota too, and that was
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
But we've seen black people from around the world,
Yeah.
and whenever they get the opportunity to talk, remember at the ride, that guy that was from Uganda. And the ride broke down. Well, they had to fix it or something. And he sat up there and kind of held us hostage, just chatting with us for a good 20 minutes about his life and what he wanted to do. But there are so many here. I was surprised to see how many are here and to see how happy they are.
And the lady at the Apple.
The lady at the Apple store, and we could just go every place we went because we went to every amusement park on this island. We went to the
Oh,
mall
wow.
4 days in a row.
Not one.
Wow.
We've spent every hour, and because the malls have play places and they have activities and they have I can't
fun
even
stuff.
figure it out that this was one mall and that we spent 5 days here and didn't leave the island.
Yes.
Because there's so much to do and we still didn't get everything done. But I was surprised to see the amount of diaspora from everywhere. You would see like they would have their country there, or you could hear it in their accent or whatever, and just the joy. Like they'd see you and they'd be excited because you know they make that connection. And I'm just like, this is a really happy place. You know, the people here are kind. The people here were nice to the kids. They were nice to us. This is an amazing vacation spot. You know, it is an amazing place to be. And so again, I have to thank you guys for sharing your lives and sharing the opportunities, because you share that with us. And I get to take my 10 and my 13-year-old to different places and have different experiences that it never even dawned on us. We were talking today, like, how come more people don't come here to vacation?
Right.
How come more people don't come? It's like, oh, and it was so much closer to get here. And then the people here are, when I tell you they are kind, I'm talking about kind. And when I tell you people here are at peace and happy, they are, it is just a great place to be. So thanks again for sharing your lives and letting us know that it's just yet another place to take our children.
Oh wow, I'm glad you're enjoying your vacation. I'm glad. And just to hear it from you guys, like, you know, we can say this over and over and over, and like, we're nomads, so we might be here today, we're somewhere else tomorrow, you know, but we enjoy every place that we visit, and I thank you for that, and I'm just glad you guys are having a great time. And so what made you decide to visit?
Well, it's my birthday in 2 days.
Hey, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear mommy. Happy birthday to you.
Boom.
Hey.
It was my birthday, and we actually needed to leave because of the immigration.
Okay.
But we usually go to Rwanda. So that's like our second home.
Yes.
But this time I'm like, nah, it's my birthday, and we spent 3 years waving and honking in COVID. I am those birthday celebrations. Thank everybody who waved and honked by my house, but it was now time to get out.
Yes.
And so I said, let's go do something. And
Then they got all the amusement
they
parks.
have everything. And so what I would do with my girls is every day I'd say, Abu Dhabi secret. And I tell them a little hint about something that was happening. So everybody had their anticipation. Everybody was anticipating coming.
Oh, wow.
And so what made us come here is because there's so much to do. There's so many things to do. And I am a junkie. I am a roller coaster junkie. And
How many
so-
roller coasters did you get on?
Let me see. Manta,
Uh-oh.
the fastest roller coaster in the world
The one I
today.
did not want to ride.
The one that Mallory accidentally rode. That one that Merida got to ride. There was one at the WB. There was the kiddie coaster. And then there was another small coaster. So I only did 7.
She said I only did 7
But since one was the fastest one in the world,
roller coasters.
that was good.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm okay with the roller coasters at this point. Oh my god. Say it again, Ayla. How was?
No, I was asking her how the fastest one. I haven't rode that one yet. The one at Ferrari rode, the fastest roller coaster in the world. I haven't rode it yet.
I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that one. I will
You would like
pass.
it,
Did
Ayla.
you?
I would like it. I wanna
So
ride
you
it.
got on that? How was that?
It was fast.
That's
You have
that's
to wear
about
eye
it.
gear.
You have to wear.
You have to wear eye
You have
gear?
to. So things flying.
It was
and you're-
going so fast I couldn't.
It was.
I was trying to breathe.
We are in the coaster, and she's like,
Oh my
"Hey,
goodness."
Mom." I said, yes. She's like, I can't breathe. It goes so fast. It's G-force. So
G-force.
it's just that you're
Oh,
just
wow.
The things keep your
Well, I guess
head in the
Ferrari.
ground.
It is modeled after the Ferrari
absolutely.
car. The park.
Yeah,
is,
that the whole park is like my favorite park. Like they had
Wow.
VR rides, everything.
Ooh, VR.
Yeah.
Yes, I love VR
Soaring
rides. I
over.
love
Oh my gosh. What they call it? What did you call it?
They're called flying theaters.
Flying
Flying
theater.
theaters. Wow.
Yes. So you get in this
Awesomeness.
component thing and you fly and you watch the movie and it's like you're immersed.
Right.
It has
I
water
love
that
those.
comes and it has smells that it's
Like the 4D, 5D, whatever.
yeah, they have one at Yas World. So
Yes.
the Riddler one.
Okay.
But it's the Ferrari one. It goes over
Yes.
the Green Lantern. No,
Green
not the
Lantern.
Riddler, the Green Lantern one. Yeah, the
That
Green
was one
Lantern.
of my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
great.
love Green Lantern.
Again, you had talked about going there to WB for your birthday.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
and it gets everything.
I love fun parks. I'm a big old kid.
yeah, so.
Yes. And thank you guys. They invited us to go to the grand opening for SeaWorld. Well, it was yesterday, right?
Yes.
And they invited us and we went out, me and Ayla, and we had a great time. That was awesome. That was awesome. How'd you like that?
Well, that was nice because we have a SeaWorld where?
In
San Diego.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us the difference you find between let's start with okay, I guess we could do Dar.
Okay.
People hate when we do this
Okay.
because it's a city.
Yes.
And LA
Okay.
in the States. Where are you from? Okay,
Okay.
tell us.
You
What do you
say
think the differences?
One difference that you like or dislike, either way.
Like or dislike?
The
Difference
one,
between LA
Between
and Dar.
LA and
They're two cities.
And Dar, the two cities.
well, I have to say it's harder keeping up with the language because if you can't speak, it's harder to not speak English
Okay.
or not speak Swahili. When I came back to California the first time, I was speaking Swahili to people, and
Wow.
they were just looking at me like I'm crazy.
So you've learned some Swahili?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a good thing. That's great. Okay. So that there's a language difference, definitely. Okay, Swahili is
I
language.
would say the lay of the land,
okay.
like how it's laid out.
Uh-huh.
It's very organized like you could look at a map and see it when you're in Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's very, very organized. Dar has a lot of twists and turns and surprises. And
Okay.
it's neither good or bad. It just is.
It's
Like
just
they're
different.
just two different things. One thing that I thought I missed was Amazon and Target Drive Up. But really, we have so much stuff that we actually have. You learn how much you don't need. So in Dar,
Yes.
they don't have Target Drive Up or they don't have overnight delivery, you know, and you learn to do without or enjoy the local offerings of things.
All right.
So that's the two things that I'd say are the biggest differences, the lay of the land and the convenience of delivery.
Okay. All right.
I'd say that Dar is free, or you don't know exactly what's gonna happen in Dar. Things cost less, so you don't have to be worried about that. Like my mom said, the lay of the land is different. Dar it's twisted, while as America's just boom, 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 boom.
So do you like the surprise of things? You like
Yeah.
you're right. Okay. Interesting. Wow.
So I like the scenery. So like we live in the hills a little bit. So a lot of times if we go to the mall, we'll go like the back roads and it's beautiful vistas and just see all of this
And
stuff. This is dark.
Dar. Okay. All right.
Los Angeles is beautiful too. You see a lot of stuff. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, I actually think there's similarities from the
Okay.
standpoint of it's a big city on the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
So-
have ocean there too, right?
You got ocean, yeah. So,
All right. Excellent. All right. So definitely that would be a big similarity. You have beach everywhere, Dar, right? I would say like it reminds me of Florida.
Yes.
Yeah,
The ocean-
Dar reminds
the
me of Florida.
ocean in Dar is more like the ocean in Florida than the ocean in
Yes.
California. Like
Okay.
the makeup, like the sand is softer in
Uh-huh.
Dar. There's kind of greenery in the beach
Yes.
in Dar. And the water is warm. The water is warm in Dar most of the time. The Pacific Ocean is cold and dirty.
Yeah.
Like it's
And greenish.
cloudy. It's
When we first got back, it was such a shock.
yeah, because the Dar, I won't say the Dar water is necessarily clear, not like, but it's clean,
Clean.
if that makes sense. Like
Yes.
it doesn't look polluted.
Yes.
You know, you might see some stuff in there that might not should be in there, but it
Okay.
doesn't look polluted. Like the Pacific Ocean looks like someone has dumped some stuff in it all the time, like oils and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like you don't feel good letting your kids play in it. The Indian Ocean, right off of the coast of Dar, is warm and soft, and it's just beautiful. It's very relaxing.
All right. How about the food? How do you find the food? What are some of your favorite dishes in Tanzania, in Dar? What are some of the
Mandazi.
favorite dishes you've stumbled upon?
Mandazi.
I like chicken makenge.
Oh, chicken makenge. Yes. All right.
She stole mine. That is probably my favorite Swahili food is the chicken makenge.
Okay.
But I think you said
Mandazi.
mandazi, chapati.
Mm.
I don't know.
Do they have the samosa, right?
Oh, samosas.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Sambusa.
Sambusa.
Is what they call
We
it.
call it
Yeah,
sambusa.
we call it
Sambusa.
sambusa.
Uh-huh.
I just like that everything's fresh. You know, everything is. You can see a chicken running down the road, and that might be your dinner. Like, you can literally be like, "Hello, dinner." You know.
Yes.
We love the sakoni. love going to the local market.
Local market.
It's so wonderful, and you go enough times, they get to know you, and so they'll just drop. If they see the kids, especially, they'll just drop extra fruit in there or extra food, and so they just love and honor children in Dar. They really honor them.
Nice.
It's just really sweet.
Awesome. Have you been to any like the meat market, like the seafood, fresh seafood markets on the beach?
One time.
Seafood.
It was traumatizing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like every fish smell you ever smelled in your life, all at the same time in one place. However, they are literally walking into the ocean, grabbing a fish, walking it out, gutting it, cleaning it, scaling it. So if you can get past the smell, you have the freshest food. No, it was really something, because we're used to our fish coming in saran wrap and styrofoam.
Yeah.
But to know where it comes from, to see it that fresh, and then you're supporting people's living. You know what I'm saying? You're like supporting what they're doing for a living and all of that. But so we send people now because we can't go. I can't go back because the smell was a little bit much. But I say I'm gonna try and make it back. But it's worth it because it's so fresh.
So fresh.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Kingfish.
Nice. So,
And it's very
and the girls are still homeschooled?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Yes. So what would you, do you see yourself visiting, I guess, I don't know, Abu Dhabi again? Because I mean, you say you're here on Yes Island. You haven't left the island?
No.
And you haven't even made it to the city yet?
No, we were gonna try today, but I had to
It's
go back
quite a
to
bit.
Ferrari
It's
World.
quite a bit. It's quite a bit. So there's so much to see and do.
So she asked, do you plan on visiting Abu
Visiting
Dhabi
again.
again?
Yes,
Oh.
I would love to.
I would love to. Oh, wow.
The first time I went, actually before I actually came here, I said I wanted to visit every 6 months. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that, but I definitely want to come back. I definitely plan to. Just not every 6 months, unfortunately.
Okay. Just a visit. Right. It's all right.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody-
Like they've invited friends now. They've invited family and relatives to visit Abu Dhabi. They're like, meet me in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now these are people who are clearly going to come see us in Dar. But
Yeah.
they're like, but you got to meet us in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
So we had at least 3 families that are going to come to Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
So-
You've already planned your
Oh,
return
yeah.
visit.
Oh, no, we're
Okay.
coming back.
Wow.
For
Wow.
sure.
So I have a question. What would you tell, okay, there might be somebody who's watching who's on the line about, I don't know, relocating. And it doesn't have to be Dar per se. It doesn't have to be Tanzania. It could be anywhere in the world, anywhere on the continent, if you will. What would you say to them? And you're a family of 4. You know what I'm saying? What would you say? What kind of advice would you give to somebody who's on the line? They're like, I want to do X, Y, Z, but I'm not sure. You know, they just need a little encouragement or something to push the button.
Visit. Get your passport.
My keyword.
Go out there.
Yes.
Go visit. And don't do 3 days. Don't do yourself like that. Visit. And I know I can't get in people's pockets. I understand that. But when I left my job, we cut out cable. We got Metro PCS.
Right.
We cut everything out.
Wow.
Because we prioritized what was important to us. So we wore the same old things, kept it neat, kept it clean. We bought used clothes for our children. We did hand-me-downs. We did sales and discounts and coupons. We did everything because that was what was priority to us. So my children have never lived in a house with cable because that costs too much.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think we've ever had cable.
They've never had it. So
If you can get good plane tickets, if you take the time to get good plane tickets, once you get there, it's really not that expensive. I mean, it can be, but
it doesn't have to
it
be.
doesn't have to be. Especially if you do your research on like how to move. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
prioritize it. Spend a couple of weeks there. And if you don't like it, try somewhere else.
Right.
And if you have to go back to the US, fine. Your life will be forever changed.
Yes.
When we went back, we were changed.
Wow.
And it took us about a year and a half to actually move. So we came out July 2021.
Yeah.
Came back, mixed, stayed long enough, missed it. Couldn't even fathom not living in Dar.
Oh, wow.
Like, couldn't
It's
fathom.
beautiful. Yeah.
And we had visited Rhonda at the same time.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, oh, Rhonda looks a little like PV. Okay, it's neat, it's organized, it's clean. Rhonda might be my place.
Uh-huh.
But a couple of months passed and something in my heart was calling for Dar.
Yes.
and I couldn't ignore it. It was getting loud. So that was July 2021 that we visited, and we moved November 2022.
Right.
There were things that happened, like our city had a poisoning, and so we had to go live outside of our house
We had to live with
Yeah.
with our cousin in Beverly Hills for like
It was very fun.
6 weeks, was it?
Yeah.
Like 6 weeks, 5 weeks? I don't know. But what I'm saying is, our idea was we're going to come home and move. Things happened along the way. Things were just happening. I had to help my sister get situated. You know, you have family that you've got to deal with. You have life that you have to deal with. That's okay. Like, give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Understand things may not go in a straight line. You know, sometimes the road and the journey is part of what you need to learn. But if you made up in your soul that you want to see more of the world and you want to go, then listen to that voice inside. Write it down, start making plans, and don't get discouraged. It took us so much longer than we thought for us to be there. It took us a year and a half. And when you want to be somewhere else, a year and a half is a long time.
Wow.
But now it's like that time just went like that.
Fast.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. It's awesome. That was great.
What would you say now for a kid moving? A teen.
So as
turned
teens, she's going to
13.
speak for the teens. She's going to speak for the teens. Mallory's going to tell us what advice she has for children, or maybe someone with children or teens who are like, I don't want to move. You know, they're going to miss their friends. They're going to miss their school or their, what they're used
I'd
to.
probably say keep your connections. I remember there being so many days whenever I got sick or when we were looking for a house, I would just sit up and talk to my friends. So I'd say keep your connections with your friends. Make sure that you have a time to talk to them. It will help you a lot, and you won't realize that you miss them until they're gone.
Wow.
For the younger, because she's not a teen yet. What advice would you give to? So she's 10.
She's
I
10.
would say when I first moved, I first felt really sad and missed the place. So I guess I could say if you stay with your parents a lot and you hang on, you'll feel a whole lot better when you're with your family.
Wow. Nice. King Nomad is in the building. Shout out to you, love. Shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in. And definitely, we want to thank this amazing family, our friends, someone we can call family ourselves, for sharing their time with us. And we had some fun. We had some big fun yesterday together. Thank you so much for visiting. And we're going to be seeing you guys in the Dar. We're going to visit you.
Yes, come through.
Yes, definitely. We have to. We have
our way through
a
the
lot
city.
of
We have some
friends
way to
there
do.
as well too.
That's
So
good.
definitely, it's great seeing you, and we wish you all the best with all your endeavors, with your businesses, and with settling.
And shout out
more
to your
in-
husband, who was so gracious when my husband was in Rwanda.
Yes.
Interviewed him, hung out with him.
Yeah.
You
Good
know,
time.
had a good time. He came home talking about it. Like, you guys just have your hearts like split wide open, and you just are so kind and loving. So thank you, because there is something when you go to foreign lands, some familiarity is good.
Right.
And we had just talked to you guys a couple of times,
Wow.
and we felt like family.
Yes.
Remember, we did Zoom.
Yeah.
We did Zoom a couple of times, and it was on. So yeah, that's another thing. Make connections. And this is a little controversial, but if you're planning on going somewhere, please pay for the consultations. Please pay for the consultations. Pay for the consultations. And then save up some money so you can pay for the consultations. Okay? Pay for the consultations. We paid for 5 different people? We paid for 5 different people. One person didn't help us at all, but we were able to give their number to someone that they were able to help.